Hello, so today we have a new design by Dich again. This time he did it all alone. So what he did was simply, well, not simply, but it's a remake of this contraption, which I don't remember how old is it, but some years I think. So it's an Anvil dispenser that's seamless, so when the Anvil breaks you get a new one. He remade a new design with some different technique on how to get the activation. So the design is 24 blocks less in volume because it's I think 4 by 3 by 13 instead of 5 by 4 by 12. So it's a tiny bit smaller on the side, just one layer taller on the bottom. How it works is similar to the other one, but it uses a different mechanic. So let's say you want to power a piston, always power a piston, so the other design was using 2 observers to always trigger the piston, and so when you break the anvil it does this. Instead he used a different approach of a trick that I didn't even know myself. So he's using a barrel, I'm sure it could be a chest as well, and he's using an upper filled with items, so the barrel always updates to try to transfer the item downwards, and so when you break it, it just gets one pulse, and I think it was easier for him to build it like this because you don't have to deal with the constant pushing of the observers. So let's break this, and then if you want to stop it you can put a torch because it will lock the hopper and the barrel won't try to put the item downwards every time. So and if you just do this it won't work. It's really because of the update. Even if you remove this it won't trigger it. So that's the activation part. Afterwards you get a signal from the piston transferred to the observer that goes downwards. This goes up and makes the piston go back down, and then this triggers the under part. You get a retraction, a fast retraction with this piston, so the anvil can go forward by 1 block. So if we just show it here like this, if you trigger it fast you can move the anvil, because you cannot move an anvil just like that. You can't. It's an immovable block, but when it becomes an entity you can push it. You get this, so you get a little like way, so it gets pushed here, then pushed here, and it bounces up. So all in one, like it falls and goes a bit down every time and gets pushed up. That's for the base, well, not the base but the underneath part. And then up here you get this piston that gets this piston gets this piston, pulls it back, and then uses this one to pull the block in. The anvil gets up, and then it puts the block back in and puts this piston back in. So I'll show it at full speed so you can see there's gonna be a visual glitch. I don't really know why, but it just happens, but it's perfectly fine. Alright, so that was the normal. Right now let's just slow it down a bit, so maybe even 2 because it goes really fast. You break it, expands, then it gets reset like I said back there because it locks the upper, and then this anvil, I'll do this part, you see, so it gets like a little way and gets up, and then it bogs and it seems like it's falling down, and it get up there. I'll do the top part after because I cannot explain both at the same time. So let's just wait for it to go back in. Should be good. Alright, so now I'll explain the top part because they both activate at the same part, so it's a bit tough to explain them at the same time. So this piston gets this one, and at the same time it retracts this one, pushes the anvil back like this, and then it pushes the block, doesn't pull it back, and transfer this piston. So how I can explain it, it's just two things happening at the same time really. So you get this that you've probably seen before, so you can have it flat, so I cannot like this, and then it retracts, and at the same time you have another piston that's here, and that gets taken, I guess, by the piston, so it it retracts like this, and then it retracts fast, so the block doesn't get pushed. So let's say the block is still here, and then this one goes here. Well, it would be like this, and then it only pulls back the bottom one, so like that, and that, yeah, just like that. So it's just some special delays with observers, so sometimes they push and take it back, and sometimes it's one tick. So if you one tick a piston, it doesn't pull the block back like that. So it's a mix of both timing. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this Anvil. Thank you a lot to Dich to improving this design and sharing it with us. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And bye bye.